The Sim World Racing presents the All-American Racing.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the epicenter of NASCAR racing, Concord, North Carolina, as we bring to you the Night Owl So's 150 from Charlotte Motor Speedway, the Roval edition. Thanks for joining us here for race number 32 of the All-American Racing League Cup Series. My name, as always, Nathan Christensen, the voice of the All-American Racing League Cup Series. You are tuned in on Tuesday, September 24th, for this third event of the round of 12 and the sixth race of the 2024 playoffs. Again, so glad you could be here with us this evening. As you can see, just under a minute left to go in practice. A few cars out there on the track finishing their practice runs here from Charlotte, as James Nelson there from Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, the driver, the number 75 AutoServe Ford Mustang, currently sits in the 9th position on the practice chart. Looks like 14 cars signed in to give it a go here tonight on what is the final road course event of the 2024 season. Also the cutoff race for the round of 12. By the end of tonight, we will know who transfers on to the round of 8 and the next 3 races, looking to lock themselves into the championship 4 in just a matter of weeks from the Phoenix Raceway. Again, this is race number 6 of the 2024 playoffs. We'll take a quick look here at the playoff standings. 1 second here. See if we got those for you. Oops, wrong button. Let's take a look here up on the screen as practice comes to an end. There are the playoff standings coming into this evening's event. Both Alan Bledsoe and Brendan Mathia have locked themselves into the round of 8. As you see there with their names highlighted in blue. 4 drivers on the outside looking in right now. Those are the cars in red at the bottom. Curtis Sobran, Kelly Thomas, Dave Hare, and Chad Snyder all on the outside looking in, but not by much. As you can see, 40-73 is the cut line right now, and 2 points outside of that is Curtis. 3 points back is both Kelly Thomas and Dave Hare, and then Chad Snyder 6. What's that? 4? No. 3, 6 points outside the cutoff race. So lots of change can happen tonight in this battle for the 8th and final playoff spot in the round of 8 starting next week. One thing also is that Riley Hoots is not here tonight. He will need to use, I believe, a provisional, so he will get last place points -1. So we'll see how that works out at the end of the night when it comes to re-racking the playoff field. Take a look at some cars here on the track starting their first of 2 qualifying laps. That is the 01. It's Kyle Purcell out of Chicagoland, Illinois, in that beautiful blue, white, and black Toyota Camry as he works his way through the infield section. Gets a little out of shape there through that middle part of the turn. Now works his way back down the little straightaway before heading back towards NASCAR 3 and 4. Other cars on track tonight. Dave Lorfano just starting his first of 2 laps. The Assault Motorsports Grand Collision, Julio, Cornhole Bags, and Boards. Assault Motorsports Toyota Camry, the number 8 car. Lorfano out of Poland, Maine. One guy to keep an eye on tonight has been very fast on these road courses so far this year, has not cracked himself into victory lane yet this season in the All-American Racing League. Can tonight be his night? That is the 41 out of Louisville, Kentucky, the Moser Motorsports butt kicker Ford Mustang. That is Michael Kurgelek in that beautiful number 41 Ford. On track 2, one of the drivers on the outside looking in, coming into this third and final race of the round of 12. That is Chad Snyder in the beautiful Blues Race Designs Assault Motorsports Toyota Camry, headed in through turns 1 and 2. That is not going to be the quick way for Chad. Able to hold it on so it didn't get into the fence and have it to reset himself, but he will continue. Just have a little bit of a slower time. As you see, first car to complete a lap here in qualifying. That's the 01 of Purcell. He goes a 1:25.025. He is bested by almost a second and a half by the Kurgelek 41. James Nelson, our next car on track there, the 75 machine, as mentioned earlier, out of Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, the AutoServe Ford Mustang. As we see Kem Pack go to the top of the board now. As I say that, Lurfano will go even quicker, a 1:22.489 down to the 1:22 so far for Lurfano. Other cars on track, Brendan Mathia. So points, leader of the points, already advanced into the next round via his win here in the first 2 races. Actually 2 in a row right now on a bit of a heater is Brendan Mathia coming into this Roval event looking to sweep the round of 12 here this afternoon, as he is currently headed through NASCAR 1 and 2 on the high banks of Charlotte Motor Speedway. He'll head down the back straightaway towards the pseudo bus stop chicane that they have, as he goes over the turtles there on the inside and outside, and he'll head back down through NASCAR 3 and 4. He'll be back around to the front straightaway here just in a moment, working on completing his first of 2 time laps. Dave Lafano still sits on top of the board with a 1:22.489. Ken Pack's 1:23 is good enough for second. Now, as I say that though, Kurgelek goes quick. The 1:22.092 just outside of the 1:21s. Brendan Mathia across the line. He will dip into the low ends of the 1:21s. 1:21.344 for Brendan Mathia. So that is going to be the time to beat right now here in this one. With 5 minutes to go in qualifying, a 10-minute session here on the road courses. A couple of cars out on track. Here is the Gamer 2 Elite. That's the number 15, Mr. Hillbilly Dave Hara out of Charlotte, North Carolina, driving that Gamer 2 Elite Chevy Camaro through the chicane bus stop on the back straightaway. We got Chad still out there. Let's see, Larry Garnes just completing his second of 2 laps. His best time is a 1:26.403. So Larry will start just around the 10th starting spot tonight. Travis Rodriguez, he made a couple laps while we were out focusing on some other drivers, as he moved into second on the pylon with 1:21.830. So Travis Rodriguez looks like he will go from the second spot as it sits right now. Chad Snyder improves on his time, back up to 4th with a 1:22.344 for Snyder. Dave Hara, the only car left on track currently, making an attempt to put in a lap here as he is completed his first lap. Looks like he had a bit of trouble not scoring a timed lap on the first time around, so he's able to keep it pointed the right direction and off any of the walls or out of the dirt to score himself a lap time here as he works out of the infield portion of this track up into NASCAR 1. So come through there on the bottom of your screen there, as now heading back towards the chicane. The throttle and through turns 3 and 4 on the big track, heading back towards the front stretch chicane now. Obviously that's tricky here, getting on the brakes while keeping the car straight and negotiating this quick fast chicane. Who gets up on the turtles big time, gonna get it out of shape, but looks like he'll be able to complete his lap without any issue. That will move him into the 8th starting spot. So that means right now on top of the board, Brendan Mathia with his 1:21.344. Still the pole sitter this afternoon. Rodriguez will potentially start on his outside if nothing changes from this point forward. Then Mike Kurzelek, Chad Snyder, and Dave Lurfano, your top 5 with under 3 minutes to go in qualifying. 3 other drivers in the field tonight not attempting to make a qualifying lap. Michael Boone, Curtis Sobran, and Kelly Thomas all checked into the pits tonight, looking to run here at the Roval. As I mentioned, 14 cars we will have tonight's, and we'll see how it all shakes out come the end of the night. As I mentioned, Bledsoe and Mathia already on to the round of 8, so 6 spots up for grabs. Those names in yellow are sitting in a good spot as they are currently in on their points. Anyone in red is on the outside looking in, so Hera, Snyder, Curtis Sobran, and Kelly Thomas all have a little work to do to get into that round of 8 tonight. So as the final few minutes in the qualifying session come to a completion here, we will wait out the time and we will be right back to get the field set and come to get set to go racing here in the Night Owl So's 150 this afternoon, or this evening, sorry, from Charlotte. As time comes to an end, expires here on the qualifying session, we will flip over to race mode as the cars and should start to line themselves up there on the final chicane as we will get set to roll for one pace lap around this. I believe it's let's take a look here. 2.24 miles is the distance for one lap around the Roval here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Great shot there. You can see the inner workings of the Speedway through the Roval there, the infield portion on your screen, as the starting lineup will come now to the screen here, as starting on the pole with the 121.344 out of Bonner Springs, Kansas. That is Brendan Mathia. Outside him, out of San Antonio, Texas, the 79. That is Travis Juggles Rodriguez. Row 2 will be the 41. That is Mike Kurjalek out of Louisville, Kentucky. Outside him from Mineral, Virginia, the 26 Blues Race Design Camry. That is Chad Snyder. Row 3, the 5th starter, 8 car. That is Dave Lerfano. Outside him is Greer, South Carolina's Kenneth Pack in his number 16. Alan Bledsoe will go from 7th. He's from Springfield, Missouri. Dave Hare, as previously mentioned, from Charlotte, North Carolina, will go from 8th. James Nelson out of Harper's Ferry, West Virginia, will start in the 9th spot. Kyle Purcell from Chicagoland, Illinois, will go from 10th in the 01 machine. 11th starter out of Charleston, West Virginia, is the number 20 car. That is Larry Garnes. Outside him will be the Vacaliaville, California resident. That is Kelly Thomas in his number 28. Michael Boone out of Midlothian, Texas, will start in Sobran, going shotgun on the field from 14th in his number 54 this afternoon. So that is the starting lineup as we watch the field work their way through the tri-oval area here. All attention will be on the front row. Brendan Mathia and Travis Rodriguez will go from the front row here on this original restart. 66 laps the distance, 2 stages before we get to the end of this one. Lap 16, the end of lap 15 and the end of lap 30 will see the caution displayed for the completion of stage 1 and 2. And then we will go home all the way to lap 66 to bring us to the end of this Night Owl So's 150, just under 150 miles. It'll be about 147 miles the distance covered tonight. 66 laps around the 2.24 mile Roval at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. The field works its way down the back straightaway into the the bus stop chicane on the back straightaway. So the cars working their way down towards NASCAR 3 and 4 here momentarily. As we'll soon be in the restart zone, and we will get set to go racing here for 66 laps of All-American Racing League Cup All-American Racing League Cup Series action. You're watching the Sun World Racing Network's presentation of this tonight, September the 24th. Just roughly about 8:45 Eastern as we get set to go green flag here out of the final turn. They will head down through the chicane onto the front straightaway into the hands of the starter, who will start this one for the field. Green flag is out and we are away racing, and Brendan Mathia is in big trouble already. Cold tires will not be the friend of the 99 as he is way out of shape on the start of this one. We'll see if the field's able to make it through this first couple of corners. As Travis Rodriguez now will inherit the lead on that miscue by the 99 car as they work their way between turn 5 and 6. Kurgelak, he gets into the outside wall. Now he's going to come back, make contact with Bledsoe a little further back. That's going to get the middle of the field all jammed up as they work through turn 6, up through 7 and 8, back towards the front straightaway, or back towards the NASCAR Speedway as they work here through the final part of the inner portion of the racetrack. Kurgelak is now sitting back in about the 7th position after that miscue there, as they will go side by side. The 75 will think better of that. He'll get in line behind the 8 as they work down the back straightaway. That's James Nelson looking to chase down the Lorfano number 8. Up front though in this one, that's the 79. That's Travis Rodriguez setting sail after the mistake by the 99 car on the start. That'll put Travis out front in control of this one as he works his way out of turn number 4 on the big track, down through the chicane and back to complete lap 1 from Charlotte. Got back to Alan Bledsoe in second. There it is, 4.73 seconds, and the big mover so far this afternoon, that is the 01 car. Kyle Purcell, starting 10th on the field, is already up to the 3rd spot. Between the 99 spinning out, the Calamity with the 41 and the 42. Between 5 and 6, that's opened the door big time for this number 10 car to make a move up here through the 3-4 complex as they hit turns 5 and now through the short chute into turn number 6. Back down the hill in through turn number 7, they'll head towards the exit of the inner portion of this track, up onto the banking on NASCAR 1 and 2 through the single file most of the way through this as they go through turns 1 and 2. Still about a almost 5-second lead up front for that 79 car. Field heads down towards the bus stop chicane on the back straightaway. On the race big time through that corner. Right side wheels on those turtles, making the shortest route through while still maintaining control. Alan Bledsoe and that American Tire Distributor number 42 Camaro sitting in second spot. 6 so far for Alan, 2 behind his teammate after Brendan's back-to-back wins the last 2 weeks. Got a bit of work to do to make it 3 in a row here this afternoon from Charlotte, but don't count Brendan out quite yet as we work our way through the inner portion through turns 5 and 6 again here. You can see them climb the little short chute up to turn number 6 and leading back down to turn number 7. A little bit of a tricky corner that turn number 7 is, off camber, headed the opposite direction. So keep these guys on their toes here as they work through the final portion of this, as looks like Alan Bledsoe gets way out of shape that time on the exit of the Roval. He's able to regroup it and get it pointed back in the right direction, but not before giving up second spot to the 0-1 Purcell machine as he moves himself into second down the back straightaway and headed towards the bus stop. See the brakes are already glowing on these big stock cars as they work through turns. Chicane, and looks like Chad Snyder has made some progress. He is up. Actually, he is still running in 4th after starting in 4th. So no loss, but no gain for Chad as he was in a spot to go. He needs the bonus. He needs the points, as many as he can get his mitts on. Obviously, stage points awarded at the completion of the 2 stages, so that's a big part of it. With only 14 cars in the field, you got to maximize the points to make a good chunk up here early in this one. As I mentioned, only I believe 6 points out was the difference for Chad coming to this one off the back of the Riley Hoots machine. Obviously with Hoots on the outside sitting in watching on tonight's broadcast, not able to be here with us from Florida tonight, so he will miss this one. I believe he chose to use the individual, so he will get some points. We'll see how it all shakes out though at the end of the night. Chad headed through 6, 7, and 8 up onto the big speedway, looking to chase down the Bledsoe 4-2. It's all about keeping it pointed in the right directions and mistake-free for that 26 News Race design. Toyota Camry. Right behind him continues to run Assault Motorsports Grand Coalition Polio Cornhole Bags and Boards number 8. That is Dave Lorfano on a pole in main as he works his way through the bus stop there, just in front of Kurt Julak. Sort of a dark horse coming into this one, my pick, as he has had lots of success here on the road courses this season, just hasn't been able to find victory lane with the AARL boys quite yet. Had a very solid run over on the Watkins Glen road course a few weeks ago with the UFRL League here on SimWorld Racing Network on Friday evenings. So we'll keep an eye on him to see if he is able to make his way back to the front here and be a force to reckon with come the end of this one. James Nelson, owner and operator of the Quick Finishers Racing League, looks to make a safe move here through turns 4 and 5, with Mathia looking on his inside this time through those turns. They're doing lots for him so they don't get together, and Mathia will make that pass down into turn 6, but move that auto surf car back to the 8th position for James Nelson as he works through 7, 8, and 9 and back on to the big speedway. As we mentioned, Brandon Mathia, after spinning out on the opening lap of this opening green flag of this one, he has been able to scratch and claw his way back up to 7th position in that Tootsie's number 99 Camaro as he works down the back straighter. Obviously already locked into the next round of 8 here in the playoffs, so not too worried about points tonight, just looking to pick up that win. Already has a win, 2 wins I believe on the road course this this year. Picked up the win at Sonoma, and I believe he won Watkins Glen. I may be wrong though. That might have been Kyle Purcell picked up that win, so at least 1 win on the year at a road course for the 99. Spoke to you about James Nelson. We'll take a look one car further back. That's the Gamer Tube Elite Dave Harram machine. Obviously Dave is out here wheeling that beautiful Camaro around this Roval race course here on lap 6 of 66. Dave will be the first one to tell you, not a fan of the road course racing, but as we saw at Watkins Glen, every time out on a road course, progressively he's getting himself better and more comfortable with the right and left-hand turns that come with this road course racing in these cup cars. Works his way through 7 and 8, back towards the oval exit and up onto the triangle of Speedway. Couple more cars just to go through here. We'll give you the rundown of the full field as 10th place right now in the Prisma Health. That is the 16 Prisma Health Camaro. That is Ken Pack. He is out of Greer, South Carolina, looking to pick up a good run here. Obviously, fortunately on the outside looking in of the playoff battle. Currently just running out here now for the rest of the season, trying to get as many wins as he can. Still looking to pick up that first win on the year here this afternoon. Back there in the 11th spot, he's driving that Liberty University number 54. That is Curtis Sovereign, one-arm bandit. Saw on Discord server he's feeling much better and his arm is healing nicely. Don't know how he's making out with just one arm here tonight, but definitely good to have him in the field, still in contention in the playoffs. Obviously on the outside looking in, but still trying to make up some ground here. Currently sitting in 11th. Kelly Thomas right behind him, another driver in the red coming into this one tonight. He is in the 12th position right now in that Nissan Mobile 1 machine as they work through turn number 6 up through 7 and 8 as they also head back towards the big track. He is sitting right now, as I mentioned, in the 12th spot. Behind him, that is the number 20 machine. That is longtime All-American Racing League regular Larry Garnes in that red, white, and blue tribute car as he works his way up through turns NASCAR 1 and 2 as he heads down the back straightaway, looking for a good run here tonight. Obviously, I mentioned earlier, he is from Charleston, West Virginia. And the final car right now running on the Speedway, that is the Thermal number 5 out of Midlothian, Texas. That is our friend Mike Boone driving that beautiful number 5 car. He was pretty happy this weekend. Big Kyle Larson fan. Boo, just kidding, is Mr. Boone. So he had a good result there with Kyle picking up the big win at the real NASCAR race at Bristol this past weekend. As he works his way through the chicane back down, he will complete lap number 7 of 66. Up front though, still Travis Rodriguez leading the way by 6.1 seconds right now over Kyle Purcell, Alan Bledsoe, Mike Kurgelek, Chad Snyder, and Dave Lurfano. Brendan Mathia, James Nelson, Dave Hare, and Ken Pack, your top 10 as we work towards the completion of the first stage. As I mentioned, that'll come at the end of lap number 5. Travis just slow and steady wins the race at this point. I think it's obviously with at least 2 restarts to go. Shouldn't be any more than that with shouldn't have any cautions, full course cautions, other than the stage completions here on the Roval. Ooh, careful there, Juggles. Looking to pick up his 3rd win on the season is Travis Rodriguez. Picked up the win at the Spring Talladega race. First win of his AARL Cup Series career, and then backed that up with a strong performance at the Chicago Street Course. So another winner on the road courses this year. Travis Rodriguez looking to go put that beautiful number 74 car back in victory lane here at another road course event as we work lap 9 of 66. Continues to open the gap back to Kyle Purcell. Obviously keeping in mind that we will have 2 full course cautions at some point here for the completion of stage 1 and 2. That'll tighten everyone back up, so it'll bring everyone back together. But the way Travis has been putting down the laps here early in this one, I'm not sure if other than Brendan Mathia, it's been all Travis Rodriguez there up front, leading the entire way so far this afternoon. 8 laps led so far here from Charlotte, looking to complete lap number 9 this time. Take a little look a little further back at a group of cars all running together. The Kurgelak 41 has now been passed by the Bledsoe, has got by the Bledsoe 42, so move Kurgelak back into 3rd. Bledsoe's got some company though, still right behind him. That is the 99, his teammate. Brendan Mathia looking to make his way back to the front of this one, and then Chad Snyder. Looks like Dave Lurfano there. Effectively at this point as they head up the little hill down through turns 3 and 4 on the infield portion of this speedway. Chad gets a little wide there through turn number 5. That's going to open the door for Dave to make a move through. So move Dave up into 6th. Chad back to 7th. Still sitting in the right kind of spot though to maximize his point production here in the stage. Oh, Dave Lafano gets into the wall there on the exit of the inner portion of the Speedway. Made a little contact with the wall. Now that's going to open the door for Chad to go through the bottom, see if he's able to complete this pass by the time they get to the end of NASCAR 2 and onto the back straightaway. Through the bus stop chicane on the back straightaway. Chad's going to hold on to that 6th spot now over Dave Lafano, Dave Herron, James Nelson, and Ken Pack round out your top 5. A little further up, looks like Mathia was able to clear the Bledsoe 42. We'll see how he got that done here. Just in a second here. Just going to the inside of NASCAR 1 and 2. Able to make that pass before they got to the back straightaway. So Dave Lafano on pit road to complete a pit stop. Ooh, he has a mechanical black flag, so Dave will need to either use his fast repair or wait this one out for the pit crew to fix that number 8 machine. With a mechanical black flag for Dave Lafano. Looks like he used the fast repair, so he'll be joining us back on track momentarily. As Mathia now up into the 4th position. He is on the hunt though, looking to chase down that number 41 Michael Kurgelak machine in front of him. As you can see, they exit the Roval, head down into NASCAR 1 and 2. Full speed, they will go onto the back straightaway and back down into the bus stop chicane. Will ride on board for a lap with the number 99 Tootsie machine. And that will complete a lap around this technical but fast Charlotte Roval here, as Kurgelak still so far able to hold off the charge of the 99 as they work their way back through the bus stop chicane this time. As they work their way back out of the chicane right there, up onto the high banks and through NASCAR 3 and 4, riding on board the 41 spoiler cam, looking back at the driver out number 99, Gamer 2 Elite spoiler cam. On board the 41 car. Brennan will drive it in, look to the inside, see if he's able to make a move here through the final chicane. Nothing happening quite yet, but they'll cross the line. They can take the 12th lap. Let's head down towards Harper in turn number 1. Still riding in line behind him is that 99, looking for a spot to make a move here on Kurgelak at the exit of turn number 3 and 4 through the infield. Through 5 and 6 they go. Mathia looked to have a bit of a run there going through that last portion of the inside of the Speedway. Now he's going to look to the inside with Kurgelak holding it up against the outside fence. They're going to be nose to nose, door to door on the exit to NASCAR turn 2. That's going to move Mathia though up into the 3rd position. So move Mathia back to 3rd, up to 3rd. Kurgelak will drop back to the 4th spot in that number 41 car. After Dave Lafano having to come down pit road to make those repairs, he is looking to pass a few cars here before the end of the stage 1. This is going to move of Fano around Sobran up into the 10th spot. That pass is for 10th for the number 8 car. Continue to watch this battle here on track for 3rd and 4th, but we'll keep an eye on the 79 up to 8.3 seconds. The lead for the 79 as he works on lap 14 down to the back half of the infield portion. Keeps that car nice and tight on the exit of the Roval, back up onto the high banks and back through turns 1 and 2 on the big NASCAR Speedway. So as I mentioned earlier, drivers in the yellow sitting pretty coming into this one. They are on the inside of the top 8 cutoff for the start of the next round. Anyone in blue is automatically locked in to the round of 8, and then anyone on the in the red on the outside looking in. So 4 drivers looking to make a move to get themselves back into the playoff picture, keep themselves, I guess, in the playoff picture as we start lap number 15. So look for the stage completion at the end of this lap for Rodriguez, as he currently sits 8.5 seconds in front of the number 1 machine. Kyle Purcell here works his way up through turns 1 and 2, down through 3 and 4 now as he comes under the Bank of America bridge and through turns 4. We'll hit turn 5 and 6 now as he will head down the short chute, looking ever so good in that 0-1 car. Obviously up 8 positions from his 9th place starting position. Works his way back through the exit of the Roval. We'll keep our eye back on Travis Rodriguez though as he starts his run down the back straightaway towards the chicane. And the caution is displayed for the end of stage number 1, with the stage win going to the 79 of Travis Rodriguez. Picks up the stage win. First caution of the afternoon for the completion of stage 1. They'll let the field get back around. Pace car after do 1 complete lap here. They will catch the back of the pace car next time. So Travis Rodriguez will pick up the win in stage 1. Kyle Purcell, Brendan Mathias 2nd and 3rd. Curtis Sobran in 4th. 5th goes to the Bledsoes 42. 26 is Snyder. He will be in 6th. James Nelson, Ken Pack, Dave Hara, and Dave Lurfano, your top 10. All those cars just mentioned will score some playoff points, or not playoff points, some regular season points that will help their efforts here in the playoffs. So obviously, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 big regular season points for Chad Snyder at the end of this one. So being 6 points on the outside looking in, just coming into this one, that's 5 points. Will close that gap without including any race points to the Hoots machine, but also Dave Hara scoring stage points, 2 points, so that'll close his small gap he had to the back of the Hoots machine. Also, we'll take as the field will gather behind the back of the pace car. We'll take another look here at the points coming into this one. As I said, Sobran 2 points to the bad. 3 points for both Kelly Thomas and Dave Harris. So Dave Harris scoring 2 stage points. That'll move 2 points closer now and put him at 40-72. So that will move him closer. As the field will continue under caution here behind the pace car through the inner portion of the Roval as we get set to have our first set of pit stops on the afternoon. Full tank of fuel and a full fresh set of Goodyear tires probably be bolted on all these cars, and should definitely changed the tone of this race. Obviously, Brendan Mathias going from first to worst on an opening lap spin as the green flag came out. Now back up to third, so see how he makes out on pit road, and we'll see where the pit stops, how the pit stops shake out next time around. So we will go to, we'll go to split screen with the scoring monitor on, and we will watch as pit stops develop here in this one. As the field works their way down the back straightaway. So as the cars complete their pit stop, looks like Brendan Mathias able to make up one spot on pit road. He looks to be in second spot here as we get the cars relined and set to go back to green flag. So just did a little bit of quick math here. It didn't work. 1 second. The math didn't math, I don't think. We'll see what happened. Oops, wrong button. So let's send a data refresh. No, still didn't work, did it? Oh, maybe we got to do this. Let's see. We'll go to this one. So there, after adding the stage points from that stage, adjusted the points, so that moved Hyera and Snyder up. Now both of them just 1 point outside of the cutoff position. Sobran and Thomas, no stage points for them in the first stage, so that'll move them backwards. So that is currently the points as they run right now. We'll try to update it again at the end of stage 2. As the field works its way through turns 3 and 4. They will head back towards the start-finish. No signal from the flagman this time out of turn number 4. Or sorry, a NASCAR turn 4, like turn 13 or 12, whatever it works out to be. Let's see here. See if we can find a corner count. So they consider the chicane That is turn 15 and 16. So they're going through turn 1, what is considered turn 1, then through turns 2. They'll go under the Bank of America bridge towards turn 3 and 4. So I had my number. My corners misnumbered. I apologize. So this is turn 3 as they work their way under the Bank of America bridge. And this is turn 4 down the short little back stretch to turn 5 and 6 complex, which is back up a little bit of a hill here as they head through. That's 5, and now through turn 6. And then this is considered turn 7. And right there, that is turn number 7. Turn 8 will be back on to the big speedway. And then they count turns 1 and 2, NASCAR 1 and 2 as turn number 9. So 2 corners in the big speedway end up being 1 turn on the road course. Then the chicane is considered 10, 11, and 12. 10 being the turn in, 11 being the turn back to the right, and then turn 12 is the exit of the chicane, and then turn 13 is the turn where you make it back up onto the banking of the speedway. So let's see here as we go down that portion of the speedway. Oops. So they will head into this, like I said, this is turn 10 to the left, turn 11, turn 12, and then this is turn 13, and then turn 14 is all of NASCAR 3 and 4, and then 15 and 16 make up the front straightaway chicane. So 16 turns around this speedway as they will head through the final chicane here shortly. So field 4, and we'll keep an eye here as you can see them there at the top left of the screen. They'll come into this static shot through the chicane as the pace truck though heads down to pit road. We get set to go. Here they come through the chicane. Hopefully everyone is able to make it back to corner 1. Green flag is back out. Everyone pointed the right direction. Battle for second is on with Purcell on the inside, Mathia on the outside. Purcell locks up that left front wheel, looking to keep it off the side of the 99. That's putting Mathia through. We got a car around facing the wrong way. See who that is a little further back. That looks to be Bledsoe 42. So maybe some contact there. Got the Bledsoe car around. We'll see if we can find a replay of that. But up front, as he did in the first stage, Travis Rodriguez leads the way here. Got to be very careful, gentle on the throttle here on these cold tires. As I say, that Kyle Purcell goes way wide, using all the grass, mowing the lawn through the infield portion of the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Roval gets back on the track just in front of the Snyder 26. We will see if he can hold on to that position as well as go to battle with the 16. That is Ken Pack. So back to 5th spot for the 01 of Purcell, but now he gets around Pack, and now they go side by side through the back chicane. That's the 16 of Pack. Snyder's 26, Dave Harris 15, Sovereign's 54 back there also for the way now through NASCAR 3 and 4 back towards the front straightaway chicane, which is, as I mentioned earlier, turns 15 and 16. Up front, though, we got ourselves a battle to get back up to the front of the field, directly on the bumper of the 79. He will now go to work, see if he can able to make a move on the 79. As I say that, juggles. Rodriguez drives it in too deep, gets the back end spun around. He will come to a stop. Back it off the track so he doesn't get hit and get going again. So now Chuggles will have some work to do as he is falling all the way back to 7th position now. Just battling here on track, clearing the 15 on the entry, up to 5, up through 6 and 7 now, back towards the big speedway. That's going to put Brendan Mathia now back in control of this one here on lap 21. So the driver that started on the pole hadn't led a lap up until this point. He will now look to take control of this race and open up a gap between himself and the 41 of Kurgelek in second spot. James Nelson, Kyle Purcell, Chad Snyder, your top 5 here on lap 21. So let's see if we can get a replay of a couple things that I want to see. I want to see the incident here for Bledsoe on the restart. Just gets it in there too hard, gets a little bump on the back of the 75, then the 26 unfortunately gets into him and finishes the job. As we'll take one more look here as they go into turn number 1. He just gets loose and then makes contact with the 75. The 26 is Snyder, nowhere to go. Not significant damage to the front of that 26 car, so that is good news. And then a little later on that same lap, we saw the 01 car get off track. He was hard on the brakes, trying to keep it off the back of the 91. Did a little lawn maintenance through the inside portion of turn 7. Got back on here with no damage to his beautiful 01 car. But up front, Brendan Mathia now in control of this one. Works his way through NASCAR 1 and 2 onto the back straightaway. That's about a 1.04 second lead at this point. Map up on the side there so everyone has an idea of how these cars are spread out around this speedway. They work through NASCAR 3 and 4. So that lap there, Brendan Mathia set a new fast overall time of 1:21.491. So almost down to his qualifying time for the race. So Mathia having a good quick pace here in the middle portion of this one. It was the quickest car in qualifying and practice today for this event, so just picking up where he left off. Obviously a treacherous, tumultuous start to the race. We'll see if we got a replay of what happened on the initial green flag to him. So this was just as they took the green flag, a replay of what happened to the 99. Comes out of the corner, just gets on the gas and spins himself out before he even got to the start-finish line. So able to get it pointed in the right direction and get going again. Tail end Charlie. But had his work cut out, made it all the way back up to 3rd by the time stage 1 ended, now in control of this one. Looking to sweep the round of 12 he is. Picked up 2 wins in a row so far this stage, in this round, of the playoffs. Picked up the win at Kansas and then backed that up with a win last week at Talladega. Looking to go 3 for 3 here in the round of 12. Closest car right now is that Kurgelek 41, sitting about 1.1 seconds off the back bumper as they work their way through turns 3 and 4, heading towards 5 and back up 6. On board the QFRL roof cam on top of the 41 car, see if he is able to make up any ground here on the Mathia 99 as they get to the exit of the Roval up onto the banks of Charlotte's Motor Speedway turn 1. NASCAR turn 1, that is. Eye on the pilot of the 41, Kurgelek out of Louisville, Kentucky, working through turns 15 and 16 back down across the start-finish line at this point. Starting lap 25. So we are getting close to the end of stage number 2, about 11 laps to go. 6 laps to go before the end of stage 2. shortest stage of the race as the Kerjelek 40 works his way down through to number 586. Through 7 and 8, he will jump back up on the tri-oval. So as they cross the line this time out of turn 16, 25 laps complete, 41 to go in this one as we work on lap 26 here. As I mentioned, it's end of lap number 30. Will be the end of stage number 2, and we are working here on getting these cars to the end of stage number 2. So Larry Gunn's had some trouble when he was on pit road, having the crew take a look at that machine. So we continue to work under green here. Take a look at some of our drivers on the outside looking in. Chad Snyder, he's going to get a pass. He's going to get a pass. He is going to get passed by the 0-1 there. Looks like Chad has some trouble through 3 and 4. That opened the door in turn 5 for Kyle Purcell to get by. So that puts Chad back into 5th position here in this one. As you can see the damage on the front of that 26 machine. Blues Race Design, Rebellion's Graphics, Toyota Camry, the front end all punched in after his contact with the 42 machine. There in turn 1 on the restart, just nowhere to go for Chad on that one. And doesn't look to have hurt the car too much, as he is currently running in 5th position there. So another good run here. As he sits right now, there'll be another 6 points added to his total as we work our way through the end of this one. So keep our eyes on this as it develops through the middle of the race. The next driver on the outside looking in is the 15 of Dave Hara. He sits right now in the 8th position, so looking to score a few more a few more points in the standings here in the middle of this race here in stage number 2. Another good drive on the road course for Dave so far, clean and damage free, and he is looking just to put the laps in and finish as high as he can here and maximize his points, as he is looking obviously to advance to the round of 8. A couple more cars on the outside looking in. The 28 Kelly Thomas sits back in the 11th position right now, so in a spot to unfortunately not score any points here in the stage to help his cause, so hopefully he will be able to have a good finish here to maximize his race points. And then behind him right now, sitting in 12th, that's Curtis Saubert in that 54 machine. So again, Curtis is a little off the pace the last few weeks. Had some surgery to his elbow a few weeks ago. So he is, I jokingly called him the one-arm bandit. It's been racing kind of with only one arm, and that is a tough task to handle here, especially on a road course. So that 54 Liberty University machine doing great out there, being piloted by the one-armed bandit Curtis Saubert through the bus stop on the back straightaway. Up front though, Brendan Mathias is taking the lead here. 7 laps to go. It's been all Mathia all the time, it seems like, as he is now the car on top of the scoring pylon and working his way to raise that gap every lap here. He's got about a 2.8 second gap now over Kerjelek in the 2nd spot as they work both through the exit of the NASCAR turn 2 down towards the chicane. We should see Kerjelek come into the shot. There is the gap from 1st to 2nd. Right there on the screen as Brendan works his way down times 3 and 4 on the NASCAR track. So as we get towards the end of stage number 2, looks like Travis has made a pit stop here in this one. Looks like his pit stop is looking to try to possibly flip the stage to get a better starting position. So we'll see how it shakes out once the caution is displayed. Obviously 2 laps to go before the end of the stage as they just closed pit road. So that's a good sign we're getting towards the end of the stage, that's for sure. As we work our way to, like I mentioned, the completion of stage number 2 here in just a couple of laps, the end of lap number 30. So this is Matthias working on lap 29 here as he exits the Roval onto NASCAR turn 1, getting back up to speed and headed towards the back straightaway. Back through the inside portion of the infield through turns 5 right now for Matthias. We'll put up about a 3.5 second lead here as we work towards the end of stage number 2. Kurgelak, Purcell, James Nelson, Chad Snyder there holding onto that 5th spot. So 6 points more would be awarded to Chad at the end of the stage. Car 1 and 2 onto the back straightaway, headed through turns 10, 11, 12, and 13 before making that turn through 14, 15, and 16 on the front straightaway, finishing off this one with a stage win for Matthias. So turned the race back in his favor just like that with a mistake by Travis Rodriguez. As that will deploy the caution for the end of stage number 2 right there at the line for Brennan Matthias. Hopefully this time they are able to catch the caution truck on the first lap. Looks like they are. Looks like the caution truck is moving on my map. So Brendan will have to hold up there and let the pace truck pass him. That means we'll do one last caution lap and we'll have one more lap of green flag racing as the field able to catch the back of the caution truck before they had to do a whole other lap this time. So Matthias now gets the win. Bonus point will be added to his total at the start of the next round. For every stage win, you get 1 bonus point that you carry through into all the rounds except for the final round, where the field, the 4 drivers will start with the same amount of points, and then it's the best man wins scenario. The highest finishing car at the end of that race will be crowned the 2024 champion. We're going to go side by side while pit stops happen here from Charlotte Motor Speedway and the Roval at Charlotte. We'll be right back on the other side of pit stops to get you after the pit stops. pit stops come to a close. Looks like, as I previously mentioned, looks like Travis Rodriguez is going to flip the script. He is pitted earlier in the stage with 3 laps to go. That's going to put him back on top of the scoring charts, put him back in the lead. So not worried about scoring stage points was Travis, although he did get a few. No, he didn't. He ended up outside the stage points. But let's take a look here. I've added the stage points from that stage. Did it add them on? It did, and that's going to move. So Chad Snyder is now up 4 spots from where he was coming in. He's got 40.78. Dave Hara, the 15 car, he now has 40.76. That's going to move Riley Hoots back to 40.73. Sovereign and Kelly Thomas also on the outside looking in. So it looks like right now as we run, Snyder is in, Hara is out. One more stage to go to let the marbles, for all the marbles there, to get into the next round of the playoffs. So they are going to work hard here in this last stage. Obviously, Chad will have to do what he's been doing, holding a good run here for this one. Dave is going to have to look to step it up a little bit. He's got to at least now finish in front of that Snyder car. No more stage points to be awarded. So what it comes down to now is the final points at the end of the race when they are awarded. So we'll keep an eye on that as we are getting set to go back. Green looks like they should be getting the 1 to go signal from the flagman that time. So lights are out on the pace truck as they work through the final caution here as we get set to go the final, what do we got, 31 laps to the end of this one. So obviously, as I was mentioning earlier before we got into the points discussion, Travis pitted with 3 laps to go, so he's going to have a few laps on his tires, but I don't think it's going to be too much to be detrimental. But he does have the pole again, and everyone will have to come to pit road at least one more time. So that means that we should see everyone back on pit road before the end of this one, and now it's just a matter of who is going to make the least amount of mistakes between that 79 and the 99. Both have made one mistake, substantial mistake, I guess, so far this afternoon, and this one is just a matter of who cannot make a mistake over the next 31 laps when we go back green. We're about half a lap away from that as we work through the tri-oval here, or through the, sorry, I keep calling it the tri-oval, through the infield portion of this one as they work their way out of the infield now onto NASCAR turn 1 and 2, headed towards the back straightaway. So down through NASCAR 3 and 4, we'll take one more look here at the points as they run. As I mentioned right now, Chad Snyder in 8th on the inside, looking back at Dave Hara, who is 2 points behind him. So what that means is Dave Hara will need to finish at least 2 points in front of the 26 to tie him, with the potential, not exactly 100% sure who the tiebreaker goes to at this point. Not very well prepared for this one, but we'll see how this all shakes out as they head down through turns 15 and 16 into the restart zone, which is at a very weird spot for these cars as they are back on the gas, and a big jump on that outside line is going to be the 99 taking the lead down into turn number 1, but now Travis is going to drive it in deep. He's going to bump over the curves. That's going to cost him some spots as we got Calamity behind him, and the guy who doesn't want to be it is involved, Chad Snyder, facing the wrong way as everyone tries to get straightened out. Still Dave Hara pointing the wrong way. Lurfano's able to get clear. That is the Boo 5 in that mess also, but up front, Brendan Mathia continues to lead the way. We'll take a look here. Looks like Dave Hare got the worst of that one, as he is going to get the mechanical black flag. He will have the meatball flag as we head back onto the high banks of NASCAR turns 1 and 2, with Travis Rodriguez now running in third behind Purcell. Mathia on the point. Kurdzak right there in fourth also. As they head down the back straight over here, great shot of them heading towards the bus stop chicane. There's Mathia, Purcell, Rodriguez, Kurdzak, and Ken Peck. Then it's a big gap back to sixth after calamity ensued. Sobran, though, up into sixth on this one. Looks like Chad Snyder's having more difficulty as he misses the bus stop. He'll have to come to a full stop and get going again here in this one. So not the start to the third and final stage that Chad Snyder wanted. Got lots of time to get it pointed back in the right direction and turn the momentum back around, but for right now he is currently running in the 12th spot. Back up front, it continues to be Mathia, Purcell, Rodriguez, Kurdzak, and Peck, the top 5. David Hara heads down pit road to deal with that mechanical black flag. Should have a fast repair left in his bag at this point, as he has not used it yet. Only one use this afternoon so far. That is the Fauna number 8 having to use his, so no more fast repairs for Dave. Battle is on potentially for second now as we watch Kyle Purcell and Travis Rodriguez battle through turn 7 and 8. Back up on to NASCAR 1 and 2. Consider turn 9 on the road course layout. On the brakes down through the bus stop. Chicane. Still second and third right there on your screen. Great battle developing. Kyle might have made a little contact with the wall that time across the start finish line as these top 3 closest they've been all race here as we work on lap number 36, 35 complete, 31 to go. Continue to watch the battle up front here, the top 3 cars. Still Mathia, Purcell, Rodriguez, Kurdzak, and Ken Peck. James Nelson, Al Bledsoe, Curtis Sabrin, Dave Lurfano, and Chad Snyder, your top 10. So Snyder able to recover a little bit now up into the 10th position after his incidents on the opening lap of the final stage. In that incident in turn 1 as well as missing the back straightaway chicane. Let's see if we can get a replay of that turn 1 calamity on the restart. So here we go, we'll see how it all started. So down into the corner. A couple things going on there. The 8 got wide all by himself, then the lane got closed up, had nowhere to go as Chad got spun around. But it looks like the 75 and the 26 make contact. The back end of the 75 just lost the back end. and then it swung back around and caught the 26. Contact to start the 26 spinning. 15 gets a big shot in on the 75, then he spins out. 26 gets corrected, everyone gets going. Hare though still having some trouble get going. He's lost car to get going out of this mess, so we'll try to watch, see what happens with Dave. So contact with the 75 and then just gets loses traction on the back end, spins himself out, tries to correct it, and able to finally get it back going in the right direction at the end of it all. But currently running in the 13th position, still on the lead lap, but definitely a lot of track position lost. As we got an issue for the 28 of Thomas. He has made heavy contact with that inside wall, smoking heavily. We'll see if we can get a replay of what happened to Kelly Thomas on this one. I don't know if he was trying to come to pit road or just trying to get on the brakes early to make the chicane, but heavy contact with the inside fence there resulted in a big issue for that 28 car, who's now on pit road using his faster pairing, getting those tires changed. So while all that was going on and we were covering what the heck was happening back there, we had a pass for second spot. Rodriguez now able to get up into the second position, as I'm not sure if Purcell just went to the top side to let the 79 by or what happened there, but regardless, the 79 now in second. Mathia and Purcell running in third right now still, as Kelly Thomas back on track after that pit stop. He will now go a lap down to the leader right there. So Mathia works his way to the inside of that 28 car. 79.01 now, looking to also get by the lapped car as they work their way through turns 8 and up onto NASCAR 1 and 2, turn 9 on the Roval layout. So Rodriguez able to get by the 28 as the 28 almost full sends it through the trial. Well, Rodriguez is going to have to cut the corner. Probably going to have to give some time back, so that is probably going to give that spot back to the 0-1 as you see him go back by the by the inside. So we'll take another look at that. Take a look at this. So you can see Travis knew Boone was gonna, that 28 was gonna full send it in there, so he was smart enough to get out of the gas and use the island, so to speak. But it's gonna cost him 2 spots. So Rodriguez now back to fourth on the track. So yeah, it did cost. As Purcell is around, these guys have to go hard to avoid. They're gonna get back on track. That got pretty hairy there. We'll take a look and see what happened there. Kyle Purcell just gets the back end, loses the back end through turn number 6, and Kurgelek by the hair on his chin, able to avoid that one. Take another look at the replay here as the back end. And Kurgelek, quick evasive action by both him and the 79, able to clear the 01. So they'll move those guys to second and third. Kyle Purcell back to fourth, and remember at the top of the stage what I mentioned was it'll be the guy who makes the least mistakes who's going to wind up on top of this one. And right now, that is the 99 of Brendan Mathia. Has a 4.9 second lead over Kurgelek in second. Rodriguez, Purcell, and Ken Pack now in fifth. Bledsoe, Nelson, Lorfano, Snyder back up to ninth, so make that another spot to the good for Chad Snyder after his first lap incidents in this stage. Up front, though, continues to be the 99 machine. Currently, only 2 leaders at this point of the race. It is the Mathia 99, who's led for 19, will be 20 laps at the completion of this one, and then 21 led for Travis Rodriguez. So a couple guys going back and forth. Only 2 leaders. A lot different than last week, that's for sure. Out of the 18 cars that started, I think all but 4 led a lap at one point last week. So definitely a different kind of racing. Obviously, super speedway racing last week at Talladega. This week, road course racing, and Mathia putting on a clinic here once he got back to the front after his lap 1 catastrophe. Looks like Kelly Thomas has had a bit of issue again. So has Travis Rodriguez. He got a 2X somewhere. Let's see what happened to Travis. Ooh, big contact with the wall there, causing a 2X. Not causing. Oh, up into the wall again. Hopefully not too much damage. Seems like he's been able to continue and complete this lap, so he is still in the good. Looks like Kelly Thomas also had another issue. Let's see what happened to Kelly. We might have already missed it. So it looks like he just loses the back end, and who hits him? Oh, Lurfano and Snyder both into the Kelly 28, sitting in the wrong spot at the wrong time. He will get another mechanical black flag. Unfortunately, he used his fast repair earlier, so he will have to wait for the pit crew to fix that one on their own without the help of a fast repair. So we are down to 25 laps to go, 41 complete. Brendan Mathia here continues to lead from the Roval at Charlotte Motor Speedway as we work down to the final 20 laps of this one here and this afternoon. Looking Tootsie Car, looking to go 3 for 3 on the year is the number 99, and he is in good shape to do it. I think at this point only a mistake would end the run of wins in a row for the 99, as he has got a 5.5 second lead over this guy right here. Butt kicker Mosul Motorsports Ford Mustang. That is the 41 of Michael Kurgelak 3. Turn 3 and 4. He'll work his way back up to 5 and 6 right now here. Headed up that short chute, we'll call it, into turn number 5 and headed towards 6. Coppershell able to get by Rodriguez here. Last lap it looks like. We'll see if we got a replay of that pass. So it looks like Rodriguez just goes wide through turns 3 and 4. That's going to open the door obviously for Purcell to sneak by. And he will make that pass headed down towards turn 5 and 6. So move Purcell back into what is now the 3rd spot. Pack holding on to a strong 5th place run and looking to possibly make a move around the 79 here on the entry of turn 1 up through turn 2 and 3 under the Bank of America bridge right there through turn 3. So Pack sitting in 5th right now on the afternoon. Bledsoe running in 6th. He is just now coming through turns 4 and now into 5-6 series as he works right here. And in the 7th spot, James Nelson in that auto serve 75 Ford Mustang. While we're talking about James, don't forget to tune in this Friday. They will be on the air. Let's see here. Where is the schedule for these guys? Can never find it when I need it. So it looks like this Friday, the 27th, we will The Quick Finishers Racing League will go, what is that? 161 laps from Kansas Speedway. The first race of their round of 12 this Friday. Join Dave and Dave in the booth. 2 days, 1 booth for the broadcast. Usually starts around 10 to 8 Eastern time for the Quick Finishers Racing League. Friday nights on the Sim World Racing Network. Make sure to tune into that one, folks. But that's James Nelson, sorry. Looks like we have a couple cars on pit road. Travis Rodriguez and now Dave Lorfano making their pit stops. Looks to be their final pit stops of the afternoon, barring any further incidents that they are involved in. And then right now they will join the field up front, though. Brendan Mathia continues to lead the way here in this one. 6.5 second lead now over the Kurzelek 41. So this time across the line, 21 laps to go for the 99 car. Been about 15 laps since the last time these guys were on pit road. Twice. If some of these guys are already pitting, does that mean they're short pitting and looking to make 2 pit stops? I guess we'll find out, because if they only pitted after 14, 15 laps, there's still 21 laps to go. That's more than what they were able to go the first part of this stage. So I guess we'll see how many laps they can go on a tank of fuel to indicate whether they will have to come back down pit road in this third and final stage. But as of right now, Mathia leads Kurzelek, Purcell, Ken Pack now up into 4th, Bledsoe to 5th, with Rodriguez dropping out of the top 5 after his pit stop. And then he will be in, I think, the 6th spot on the track after completing his pit stop. Looks like James Nelson also on to pit road. He is back now in the 7th spot. We'll let it all cycle through. 2 cars on pit road. Looks like the Sovereign 54 on pit road, getting his service completed as both Mathia and Kurzelek bypass the entry to pit road. Looks like Kyle Purcell, though, says it's time for me to get some gas. I'm headed down pit road. So Sovereign on to pit road, or sorry, Purcell on to pit road. Same with the 16 of Ken Pack, and it looks like the 42 also on pit road. So 3 of the top 5 on pit road to complete their stop. First of possibly 2 stops here in the final stage this afternoon. Looks like Larry Garnes had some trouble through the chicane on the back straightaway. We'll take a look here. So he just gets in there and spins it out. No contact with the ball, but facing the wrong way on a one-way street with cars coming. He is smart to hold it up there and get that sorted after that, but he is back underway. We will keep an eye on that. Looks like Alan Bledsoe had a bit of an issue getting off of pit road. We'll take a look-see here. Makes this sharp left-hand turn and just loses the back end, so that's going to cost him some ground once he gets back going. Again, back underway. So it looks like Mathia bypassing pit road again, so he will, it's been 16 laps now since he was down pit road. And then Michael Kurzelek also electing to stay out for at least one more lap here. So those 2 cars, 16 laps since they've been down pit road. Looks like Travis has got himself in trouble. He has a mechanical black flag, new ball flag for the old 79. He'll have to bring that down pit road and hard into the wall. The same spot he got last time we saw him, but this time definitely too much damage to continue. He does not have a fast repair left in this one, so he will have to bring that down to his picker to repair. That is going to pretty much probably be the end of a run for a win here for Rodriguez, so he will be able to make it back around and down pit road. Oh, he stays out. Not sure if he knows he has a mechanical black flag, but he does. So we'll see what happens if he elects to come down pit road sooner rather than later. So, again, Matthias still on tracks. About 16 laps since he was last on pit road. Make that 17 as he clears the entrance to pit road. So, looks like some of the guys are electing to run it longer. 2 cars, that is. As both himself and the 41. Oh, as I say that, Kurgelek heads down pit road. Should see the 41 on pit road. There he is there. So only 1 car hasn't come down pit road quite yet. That is the 99, the leader at this point, Matthias, out there currently. As everyone else, it looks like, has come down pit road. Hera in at 15. It's been about 13 laps since he came down pit road to get that black flag cleared that he had earlier in the run. Travis Rodriguez still hasn't come back down pit road to clear his black flag, so he is still out there on the track. Looks like Kurgelek has completed his pit stop and he is now back underway. And as I say that, looks like the 79 is on his way back down pit road, so he will bring that car to the attention of the crew. Hopefully not too long of repairs needed for that 79, but like I said, already used his fast repairs, so gonna need something to go his way. The 99, Brendan Matthias, hard on the brakes and the entry of pit road here. Crosses the timing line, gets it down to the right speed. He's going to bring that car to the attention of his pit crew. So 17 laps he went on that tank of fuel. Looks like he's going to be pretty darn close to making it on to the end of this one. We'll have to keep an eye on that, but those guys who pitted after 13, 14 laps may have some trouble here getting to the end of this one, as Matthias on pit road getting right side tires. Left side of the car goes up. Crew will make the change of tires on that side. He is back underway, back on the exit of pit road, headed back towards the Speedway at this point. So your race leader has completed his pit stop, which should be, if the math is mathing, the last pit stop he will need to make this afternoon, but we'll time will tell here as we get down to the end of this one. So let's run through the top 10 as they run on track. Brendan Matthias, currently the leader, as he's been for a majority now, the most laps in this one. Up front, behind him will be the 41, that's Mike Kurgelek in that night, and the easy for me to say, butt kicker Moza Motorsports, number 41 Ford, running in second spot. And we got Kyle Purcell in the Chicago Tire and Auto Repair Camry, running in third. Ken Peck now with Travis Rodriguez bad luck. He is up to the fourth spot in the Prisma Health number 16 out of Greer, South Carolina. Alan Bledsoe now. A couple of adventurous laps here in this one already. I saw him backwards a couple times, but back up into a top 5 position as he works his way behind Mike Boone through the chicane. Boone will lay over to the left and let that car through. And we look at the 75 auto serve machine. That is James Nelson running in the 6th position here, and right behind him that is the 8 Lafano machine running in the 7th spot. Dave Hara currently running in 9th. Dave Hara currently running in 8th in that number 15, not far off the back of those 2 cars we just mentioned in front of him. And then right behind him is the Chad Snyder 26, as he looks to bring this one home and secure himself a spot in the round of the round of 8, has had 2 good finishes in the stages, now looking just to bring it home in the end of this one. 10th on the final car in the top 10, that's the Thermal number 5 of Michael Boone in that beautiful number 5 car. Mike should be getting pretty excited. His Dallas Stars should be hitting the ice again soon for the new hockey season. I know Mike's a big hockey fan down there in the heart of Texas. And then running in the 11th position, that's the 54, the one-armed bandit, Curtis Sovereign, in his Liberty University Camaro. A little bit of an off-track excursion on the exit of turn 4, gets it all sorted out before he gets to turn 5. He's back underway. Then we got the 79, Travis Rodriguez. He is currently sitting on pit road having the crew repair that machine. He is in 12th. Kelly Thomas right now 5 laps off the pace of the leader in 13th. And then Larry Garnes, last car on the track, running 6 laps down at this point. We will go back to the leader though. Brendan Mathia continues to lead this one by only about 1.9 seconds over Mike Kerjelek here as we work on lap number 52. 15 laps to go. Last time across the start-finish line for the driver out of Bonner Springs, Kansas, the number 99, Brendan Mathia, as he works his way down to the back straightaway chicane. Let's see how far. There's the gap back to the 41 as they roll through now. NASCAR 3 and 4. There is second place. We'll see if we can wait for third place. Purcell right there is Kyle Purcell. So that's back as Kerjelek just exiting the final chicane. It's a great view of that final chicane from the starter cam. Oh, Purcell wheel hops that one on the exit of that corner. Able to continue as now they work back through turns 3 and 4. Travis Rodriguez rejoining the field there as he gets himself sorted out. There's a look at turn from down turn 5 up to 6. Back down the small hill through 7. Through turn 8. Back on to the high banks of the Charlotte Motor Speedway for these guys here in first and second as we are down to 14 laps to go in this one. Looks like a second set of pit stops starting. Michael Boone heads down pit road after 13 laps since his last pit stop, so that might be an indication on whether or not we're going to see more pit stops from everyone else. Obviously, again, as I mentioned, cutting it as close as he could. Potentially seeing the 99 go to the end of this one without having to stop again, with some of these other cars potentially having to make another pit stop. We'll see what happens here as they head down through 3 and 4. The leader, that is, through turn number 3 and 4. Well, we got a second here. Why don't we take a look at the upcoming AARL schedule if we can. Let's go back to this cam and we'll bring it up here. So as you can see, the All-American Racing League Cup Series round of 8 goes green flag next Tuesday night with race 1 of round 3 from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We'll follow that up. Oh, sorry, next week we have a week off. I can't even do the math. Let's just double check. I want to make sure. Yeah, so next week we are actually off. No broadcast next Tuesday. So 2 weeks from tonight, we go racing for the round of 8 from Las Vegas Motor Speedway, October 8th. That is at Las Vegas. Then 3 weeks from tonight, the 15th of October, Homestead Miami Speedway for that event. And then 3 weeks tonight, the cutoff for the round of 8, where we set the championship for, will be Martinsville Speedway, October 22nd. We'll then take another week off and come back with you for championship Tuesday, November 5th from Phoenix Raceway. We will crown the 2024 All-American Racing League champion, and that will be the end of the 2024 season for the Cup cars. And also 3 races left for the Truck Series. They are off now until October 13th from Homestead Miami Speedway. October 20th, they go to Martinsville, where they too will also set the Final 4. For Championship Sunday, November 3rd, Phoenix Raceway will be the host of that championship battle also. So if you enjoy the All-American Racing League and all the action we bring to you here on the SimWorld Racing Network, make sure you tune into these broadcasts. Only, 7 more races across Tuesday and Sunday nights before the end of the year, and we crown our 2024 champions. So we're keeping an eye here on the leader. That is the 99 of Brendan Mathai, still out front, 10 laps to go. That time across the line as he looks to catch the 10th place car. That'll be Curtis Sovereign. The next car that will be going 1 lap down there right in front of the 99 machine as they head in through the chicane bus stop on the back straightaway. Mike Kurdzak hasn't given up. He's still 2.3 seconds back. Not really closing the gap, unfortunately for him, to the back of this number 99, but definitely not going away either. So as long as he can stay in the mirror of that 99, give Brendan something to think about over these last 9 laps. Hopefully Brendan, hopefully for Kurds, Brendan makes some kind of mistake and he's able to capitalize here late in this one. But the way this second half of this race has been going for this 99 machine, I don't foresee Brendan making any mistakes at all as he looks to the inside through turn number 3 on the 54 of Sovereign. Now through turn 4 up the little short back chute there towards turn 5 and 6 complex. As I said, 9 laps to go. Looks like Dave Hara has come back down pit road. So Dave Hara come down for his final stop of the afternoon. So Larry Garnes has got himself into some trouble on the exit of the front stretch chicane. Goes in there wide and carries a little too much speed, and he is sitting in a dangerous spot. He's trying to get it turned around. He's going to park it there for a second, let James and Dave go by, able to get it righted and headed back in the right direction. So still chugging along. Larry is 6 laps down, unfortunately, at this time. Up front though, it's all 99 all the time here in the round of 12, looking to complete the round of 12 sweep and pick up his 3rd win in a row, 9th win on the year. Yeah, 9th win on the year. Let's double check that. Well, pretty easy to check. All we have to do is turn this back on. Yes, 9th win on the year. He's looking to pick up for that 99. And pretty much will set himself up, almost guarantee himself a shot at this championship with all the bonus points and added points once the round resets. But for now, he's in the round of 8. That's all he cares about, because that's the next thing he needs to conquer. But right now, he's got 8 more laps around the 2.24 mile Roval at the Charlotte Motor Speedway to pick up his 3rd win in a row. As I mentioned, is the 99 of Brendan Mathia. I want to shout out to Night Owl Sows joining the sponsorship of tonight's race. The Night Owl Sows 150 on the SimWorld Racing Network, just at about 10:15 Eastern here on SimWorld Racing Network, as we are down to the nitty-gritty of this one. 8 to go this time. Sorry, it'll be 7 to go this time at the line for the 99. Don't count out Kurds right there. Mike Kurgelak running in second still. 2.4 seconds off the pace, and then about 14.5 back to the 0-1 machine. That is Kyle Purcell. He is holding on to the 3rd and final podium position. Alan Bledsoe up into 4th now. He's got around Ken Peck, as he will run in 4th. Ken Peck there in 5th, and that is still James Nelson in that battle here towards the end of this one, with the 8 car of Dave Lurfano there on your screen. So these guys put in another 7 laps, and then they will punch their ticket to the round of 8 and go at it again, starting 2 weeks from tonight at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. A couple of 1.5 mile tracks in the round of 8. Neither, not the same at all. You have the tri-oval Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and then you have the progressively banked, more traditional oval-shaped Homestead Miami Speedway. That is probably my favorite track these cars go to. Always makes for great racing around that place. There's lots of grooves and good racing every time we go there, or any time I've raced there on the iRacing platform. So looking forward to that. And then we go from 2 1.5 mile speedways to a beat and bang and half-mile short track paperclip of Martinsville Speedway for the 3rd and final race in the round of 8, where we set the final 4 that will do battle on Tuesday, November 5th for the championship. But first, we got to get through the end of the Roval and our week off next week, as we are headed to an off week. We will get set for the round of 8, though. Brendan Mathia, though, continues to lead his way here on the infield portion of the Roval here to turns 5 and 6. Take a look here. We'll take a look at the stint lengths of these guys. So there you see the stint lengths. So 17, 14, 18, 11, 17, 14, 17, and 12, and then 15 and 14. So I'm not exactly sure, though. Dave did go 22 laps, so these guys might be sitting pretty here as we get to the last part of this race. So Dave Hara did do 22 laps. That's the longest anyone has gone this afternoon. So we'll see if anyone else has to make any more pit stops here over the last, what will be 5 laps this time at the line for the 99 right there. 5 to go for Mathia. One thing to note, all cars that started the race are still on track, so we haven't lost anyone yet. A couple of guys, a handful of laps down at this point due to mechanical black flags need to be fixed. But with that said, everyone is still out there putting in laps as we get down to the end of this one. About 4.5 laps to go here before the checkered flag is displayed for your leader, the number 99 of Brendan Mathia. Closest battle on the track continues to be this battle between Nelson 75 and the Lurfano 8. So maybe we'll watch as this develops here over the last handful of laps. Again, only 2 leaders on the afternoon. Travis Rodriguez led early in this one. after Matthias' accident and spin out on the initial green flag, but since Matthias got back to the front, it's been all Brennan all the time, looking for that third win in a row here in the round of 12. 9th win on the year as we continue to watch the battle of Nelson and Fano as they come back up on to NASCAR 1 and 2. Four to go this time at the line for these two as we get down to the last handful of laps for the Brendan Mathiel. Got that lead up to 3.03 seconds that time at the line. Continues to lead the way over Mike Kurgelek in his number 41. Third will be the 01 of Kyle Purcell. He works his way through the chicane there on the back straightaway. Alan Bledsoe currently sitting in fourth, and then fifth still the 16 and Ken Pack. Very solid, quiet run for Ken, running inside the top 5 for a good majority of the second half of this one. Looking to finish strong here from the Roval. Unfortunately, Ken did not qualify for the round of 12, so just out here looking to put this car in victory lane as often as he can here over the last 4 races of the season. Hasn't won yet here in the AARL, so still looking for that first ever win on the season. A lot of guys are still a lot of chances left to do it. Not many, sorry, chances left to do it. 4 races to go after tonight. Ken Pack will get 3 to go that time at the line as he heads down into turns 1 and 2. And then behind him, that battle between, what was a battle between James Nelson and Fano has opened up a bit of a gap there between the two. Not far between them, but more of a gap now than there was a few laps ago when we last checked in on this battle as they continue to work here to turns 3 and 4 through the infield. Catch up to the back of the Boone, number 5. I'm sure Boone will do the roaming thing and stay out of their ways. Gets right down onto the apron. That slowed up the 75 enough that the 8's going to get a great run on the exit of NASCAR 1 and 2 onto the back straightaway. So Boone trying to do the nice thing, stay out of the way, may have cost the 75 a position. Both hard on the brakes down into the chicane. Obviously, you don't want to be on the inside too low because it's going to cost you, and that is what happened there. The 75 lost the spot because of the Boone machine, unfortunately, and then able to bring it in really low on the entrance to the corner to have to get on the brakes hard, as looks like Kurgelek able to reel in the 99 a little bit. Not sure what happened, if the 99 had a bit of an issue. Doesn't seem to of, but it's down to 2.4 seconds as he works his way into NASCAR turns 3 and 4 behind the 15 of Dave Hare. The last car on the lead lap, I believe, is that 15. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. It is, but this time out of this little set of chicanes, white flag in the air. There it is for the number 99. 1 to go for Brendan Mathia as he works his way down into turn 1. Dave Hare is going to pull to the right-hand side, let the 99 through. No issues on that as he is 3/4 of a lap away from going 3 for 3 in the round of 12 as Brendan Mathia works through turns 3 and 4. Oops. Sorry, wrong camera. Now up through 5 and 6, and he'll head back out onto the travel here momentarily. turn 1 and 2 now. For the 99 of Brendan Mathia, coming half a lap, just under half a lap before we get to the end of this one for Mathias, number 99. There's Kurdzlek in second, 2.1 seconds, 2 seconds, 1.9 seconds off the back bumper. Closing the gap, but not going to have enough time. Brendan Mathia will go 3 for 3 in the round of 12 as he brings it. I shouldn't say that. He's got one more chicane to get through. What am I getting ahead of myself here, though, as he slows it right down, makes the corner through to the checkered flag. Brendan Mathia, 3 for 3 in the round of 12, as he will sweep the round and be the top dog to beat going into the round of 8 for the All-American Racing League Cup Series. As the field will slowly come around to complete this one, here comes Kyle Purcell through the last corner. He will come down across the line, followed by Travis Rodriguez, who unfortunately is 4 laps off the pace of this one. The next car should be the Bledsoe 42 as he works his way through 3 and 4, down through 15 and 16. He will come home in the 4th spot. Then we look back to the pack 16. There he is coming through the chicane himself. Then we'll look back for Lerfano. And he is right there with James Nelson coming through NASCAR 3 and 4 down into 15-16. Dave Lerfano through, and so is James Nelson. And then Chad Snyder will bring it home in 8th spot. We'll see how things all shake out and see who makes it through. But coming into the start of this stage, Chad Snyder was in a position to move his way to the round of 8, and we'll let the mathematicians do the math at the end of this one. Dave Hara will finish in 9th, and Curtis Sovereign in that 54 will finish in 10th tonight. So we are going to see if we can get a word with the drivers in the top 3 here momentarily. Just bear with me while we dial up them, and we'll be 1 second while we find the drivers that we want to have a chit chat with. Hey Kyle, it's Nathan in the booth. You got a copy? 3rd place finish here tonight from the Roval. I would say one of the trickier road courses of the season, but pretty happy with a 3rd. Well, the good news is locked yourself into the next round with a strong finish here today. So take next week off, and we'll be back in a couple weeks from Vegas, and we'll hope to talk to you after that one as well. Thanks. That's 3rd place finisher Kyle Purcell. We'll see if now we can grab a word with 2nd place finisher in the 41, Mike Kurdzlek. Hey Mike, it's Nathan. You got a copy? Congrats, 2nd place here on the road course behind Brendan Mathia, who didn't seem to have any bad luck other than the first lap, but once he got that sorted out, he did pulled away, but still solid finish for you. Obviously, pretty good on these road courses, just trying to crack that final step on the podium has been a little tough, but obviously advancing to the round of 8, so got 4 more races this year to score that first victory.
Brandon's tough everywhere he goes. I got to get top the hat off to him. He definitely put it to me today. But one of these days, I'm gonna get that victory, man. One of these days.
Well, hopefully we can talk to you again here over the next few weeks as we get to the end of the season. But congrats on the second place, and we'll see you in the round of 8.
Thanks, sir.
All right, that was second place tonight. Driver the 41, Mike Kurgelek. And now we will talk to tonight's winner and third win in a row, 9th win on the season, Brendan Mathia. Hey, Brendan, it's Nathan. You got a copy?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Third win in a row, 9th win of the year, swept the round of 12. That's got to be feeling pretty good for you tonight, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that I did that. I don't know if you caught how many times I messed up, though, or my big incident where I just smacked the wall at 100 miles an hour, but coming out pit road. So, definitely some things. It's hard is even functioning after how hard I hit the wall. So, yeah, but feels good nonetheless, I guess.
Obviously, though I didn't see that one, but I did see the first spin out on the green flag, which you were able to recover from nicely. Got back up to third at the end of that first stage, so put you in a good spot to capitalize on a good pit stop and start up front again, and able to catapult you to the win tonight. And then on to the round of 8. We head to Las Vegas in a couple weeks after your win at Kansas. Should feel pretty confident going to Las Vegas. Same style racetrack.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the next round. It's way better track, so I'm looking forward to it. You do get a chance. It was lap 51. It was crazy. I kept missing that stretch of the which is terrible, but yeah.
All right. No worries. They all count. Sometimes you got to be lucky to be good, and hopefully the luck and the goodness continues here in the round of 8s, and we'll continue to talk to you throughout the rest of the playoffs. And good luck the rest of the way.
Awesome. Thank you, Nathan.
That was winner tonight. That is the 99 of Brendan Mathia picking up the win. So he said lap number 51. We'll see if we can see what happened to him. I don't know if we'll be able to. Hold on. Scroll back. Okay, here it is. We'll see. Let's take a look and see what he's talking about here. Oh yeah, that was a pretty substantial hit that he was able to drive away from. Taking one more look at that. That was a pretty good one. Here it is again. Down into turn 3. Just loses the back end. Right into the tire barrier. Luckily able to keep it rolling, and yeah, definitely a big impact with the wall. Like you said, very fortunate to keep not need to bring that car down pit road for an extra repair, but scored the win nonetheless. Let's take a look here at the final results from this one. If I can find the right buttons to push, we got to turn some stuff off. Hide that, hide this. Now we'll bring up the results. Oops. And the results for this one there is it is the winner, Brendan Mathia. Second, Mike Kurgelek. Third, Kyle Purcell. Alan Bledsoe coming home in 4th. Ken Pack, like I said, a good solid run in 5th for Ken. And the only driver on the afternoon to finish with no incident points. So didn't put a tire off a track, didn't get into any walls. Kudos and shout out to Ken Pack for that 0x on this one here this afternoon. Dave Lafano in 6th there, getting by James Nelson late in this one. Chad Snyder did what he had to do, I believe, to get into the next round. Should be pretty close, but he was in front of Dave Hara coming into the final stage in points, and then was able to finish in front of him in the race. So that should bode well for Chad in the final standings of the round of 12. And then Dave Hara in 9th. Curtis Sobran, the one-armed bandit, comes home in 10th. Michael Boone in 11th. Travis Rodriguez, early race leader, got into some trouble on the exit of turn number 7, causing him to come down pit road to get that fixed. He finishes 4 laps down. Kelly Thomas in 13th, 5 laps off the pace. And Larry Garnes rounding out the field of 14 tonight, 6 laps behind the leader. And that will bring us to the end of tonight's event from the Charlotte Roval. Thanks for joining us here this evening. As I mentioned earlier, we'll take a look here at the schedule again. transfer this over. No racing next week, so we are off next Tuesday night, but join us again here on the SimWorld Racing Network 2 weeks from tonight, Tuesday, October the 8th. That will be at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the kickoff of the round of 8, and we hope you can join us. 8:25 Eastern Time will be on the air, and happy to have you along. Make sure you check out our other broadcast coming up also this Friday from Kansas Speedway. The Quick Finishers Racing League will go green for their first race in the round of 12. Dave Lerfano and Dave Hillbilly Hara will have the call of that one. That starts usually around 8 p.m. Eastern Time for the green flag of that event. So glad you could enjoy the week off next week. Make sure you tune us back in 2 Tuesdays from now on the 8th of October. And if you're down in Florida or Georgia, stay safe. Big hurricane type weather coming your way. So stay safe if you're watching from that area. And for everyone else, have a great rest of your evening. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.